Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello.
Where's Bobbert?
Uh,
I mean, Michael showed up on time, and he wasn't sure he was going to be here on time. And then Bobbert, who's been, you know what? I bet you Bobbert doesn't realize the time changed.
Uh-oh.
He's still trying to put his dress on.
I didn't even know the time changed until I woke up, and well,
Yeah, we went through that
was
too.
different.
I'm definitely missing that hour, but we'll all get over it, I guess. Michael actually not cheated, but he stayed up the other night and got started. So he swore a lot and said he hated it, and then now he's like this far into a scarf. So if everyone that's on here is knitting a scarf, you should. Okay, we got our 2 straight needles. We've got our yarn, and you found the end.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't find the end.
Okay. So it depends on. Okay, the first thing you do in knitting, first of all, try not to be all like super tense and work the yarn real tight because that will just mess you up later on. Just relax. If you make a mistake, who cares? You know, and we can always fix it. So the first thing you do in knitting is you have to cast on. You have to start with a row, right? So there's nothing on here. So what we do is we make slip knot and maybe leave like 8 or 10 inches at the end of the tail and just make a little slip knot. I'm going to actually move this down since my other camera is not working. So I'm going to make a slip knot, just snug it up on the needle. And that is basically counts as your first stitch. And remember, don't get it on there too tight, but there I've started already.
How much do you have hanging off?
About 8 inches.
Okay.
So there's my tail. Oops, I'm going the wrong way. There's my tail.
Well, is it supposed to be in our left hand or right hand?
Your right hand is your needle and your yarn comes from the right, and your other needle that you will eventually knit onto we're not going to do anything with this needle quite yet because we got to cast on. So
I'm wrong.
does everyone have their loop on, their first stitch?
Check.
Check, check, double
There we
check.
go.
Very nice. Okay. So now we're going to do the easiest cast on method is a backward loop cast on. So you just take the yarn and loop it on like that.
Wait, what?
You know, I almost feel like I have to be
One more time. No, I'm just...
Hold on. Let me turn around a little bit. Can you see? That's hard too. Okay, so
you just like twist it and then put it on.
Yes, you do. So what I do is I loop it around my thumb.
Okay.
And then I come through here and pick up the loop, and then just pull it on.
Okay. How many? Oh. What?
So I got a loop.
Like 6.
I got a loop.
She only tell us to do 1. Now, is my dangly bit here supposed to be behind, like towards the end of the needle? Is that the right side?
Your dangly bit is towards the head of the needle. So where the bigger part of the needle.
Okay. So the balls.
The ball, yeah. So so this is the end, just to make sure nothing slides off. So everything you do when you're actually knitting is with the points.
Okay.
So how are everyone? Let me see. How are your little loop-de-doos?
I am so lost already.
I got 4 on.
I have a knot. And like not anything. Like not.
Pull everything off except your first stitch. And I'm going to show you guys a little video of how to do that loop cast on. Okay.
All right.
Yes,
That'd be great.
I think I got to go back.
I think honestly this is the hardest part, is the beginning for me.
It is. It is the hardest part.
Once you get the groove, I think it'd be easy.
All right, let me find a good spot. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Is that possible? Yes.
Yep. You just tell me when you got it up and I'll add you. That's a new name. Hi, Gambus.
I'm going to share system audio. So we're going to watch a little bit of this video together. Okay, I'm ready. I've got it shared.
Okay.
All right, so I'm going to make this a little bit bigger. All right, so this is her. Let's get rid of this. All right.
To pick that strand of yarn through our loop.
So that's your slip knot, right?
Pick that through and then pull. And now we have a slip knot, right? So let's do that again. I'll just undo that slip knot, and I'll go in about 7 or 8 inches from the tail end and just make a simple loop like this. Okay?
It's like a boat knot.
Take
I
my
get it
tail
now.
end and go behind that loop that I've just made, and then just pick that loop through, pick that strand of yarn through and pull up, and now I have a slip knot. All right, so now I'm going to take my needle. Now our needle will make its entrance, and I'm going to put it through the slip knot that I just made. Okay, so now my slip knot is on my needle. But the slip knot is really loose, right? It's just kind of flopping around. It's not really, staying stationary. So now I need to tighten it up. So I'm going to take these 2 strands of yarn and just pull them together, and that will tighten up my slip knot. So now you can see it's sitting nice and snug as a bug on my needle.
So is everyone good with their slip knots?
Yep.
Mhm.
Good work, people. Now she's gonna show you that cast on. You ready?
Perfect. Okay, so now this slip knot has made up my first stitch. This is my first cast on stitch. Pretty cool, right? But we need to cast on more stitches onto our needle because we don't want a scarf that is this wide. We want a scarf that's like this wide, right? So we need to start casting on more stitches. So what I'm going to do is take my finger and put it down on this first stitch here, my slip knot, because I don't want this to be rolling around. I want this to stay in place. Okay, so let's put our finger down, and now we can start casting on. So what I'm going to do first is take my left hand, and I'm going to make a gun shape. Then I'm going to go underneath that strand of yarn. So this is the strand of yarn that's attached to my ball of yarn, right? It's not my tiny tail here. I'm ignoring my tiny tail. So I'm going to take my left hand, make a gun, go underneath that strand of yarn that's attached to my ball of yarn, and then I'm going to turn it over to the left. Okay, so now you can see I've made a little loop on my finger. So I'm going to use my needle and just pick up that loop off of my finger, and I'll drop it off onto my needle and then pull down. Cool. So now I've just made 1 stitch.
All right, I'm checking in. How did that make sense to everybody?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That did actually.
All right, so I'm gonna play it a little bit more. Then I'm gonna stop sharing that.
Cast on my second stitch right there. All right, so let's continue doing this. We'll just cast on a couple more stitches. So I'm going to take my left hand and make a gun and go underneath that strand of yarn and then turn my hand to the left, okay? And you can see I've made a loop on that finger. And I'm going to use my needle and just pick up that loop, just like that, okay? And then pull down. There we go. So here is our third.
Okay, that one lost me.
On the second one?
Yeah. She did her hand different. Hold on.
So this is what I've been doing, and Mary can tell me if I'm doing it wrong. I've been taking the yarn and then just twist.
You can do that too. That's
Twist,
the same exact thing. Yep.
And then put it onto the needle.
Yep.
Okay, they're professional. Look at you go.
I haven't practiced at all. I'm just paying attention.
No, I'm
I'm like this. So like you can't see me because I'm up in the corner, but I'm like leaned into the camera, like, oh, this is amazing.
All right.
Very good video you chose, Mary. Very good.
Thank you.
And are we supposed to keep these tight or loose?
Loose. You don't want to keep them tight because when you go back to knit that first row, you're going to have a hard time.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll just keep putting. Oopsie, I'm doing the wrong way.
How many should we put on?
Well, kind of as you go, maybe 20, because the width of your scarf is going to be kind of the width of those first cast-ons. So
13, 14, 15, 16.
And then spread out those stitches when you get to like 20 and see if you like the width. I would say 20 is probably good. This is not going to be your Gucci scarf. It's going to be your very first made scarf.
Well, it'll be on brand for me then.
A tiny baby.
You knitted me one?
It's only this wide.
Okay, taking just a moment here. Hey, Christina. Hey, Ham Fan Pops. Umpty.
Hi, Lisa.
Nazarin's here.
I like somebody said, "What hand do you drink with?" That's a good comment.
Sharon's here. Nicole's here.
Okay, well,
Someone
obviously.
Yeah, that's Ellie.
Allie's here.
John's here too. They're both here.
Are they knitting though?
Well, Allie sent me. I don't know if Allie was joking, but Allie sent me a picture and said she was. Hey, Jeremy Knapp. Sharon's here.
Let me know if you guys want to see the video. Oh, look at Jenny in the middle. Jenny, look at her. That looks so.
Teacher's pet, Jenny.
Oh, I just lost my yarn. That's good. Okay.
I've got 3. I don't think I'm doing it right now.
Keep going.
Well, you're with me then, Angie. I got some, but I'm just gonna keep going.
It's
and
just a
see
swirl.
what's
Do it. Yes, we'll figure. I mean, this is all practice. Well, we got to get to the actual knitting now. Here, this is the next step.
I'm having more fun failing, actually. To be honest.
Having more fun failing.
Hold up your knitting. Let's show them where you're at.
I should have brought all my failed resin pieces down here. That'd be fun.
Very nice, Michael.
Yeah, mine looks like a jumbled mess. But
yours is going to have a very interesting edge of your scarf. It's all good.
That's fine.
Angie, do you want me to show the video again?
I just need the gun part.
So what I do, like what Brandy did, she just twisted it and then put it on. So if you just make a loop, twist it, and then put it on, you're doing the same exact thing.
Plates.
Twist it, put it on. Oh, wait a minute. I think I got it.
You did too.
Loop.
Is Mama J coming back? She was frozen.
There you go. Yeah. Angie, nailed it.
There's Mama J.
Well, she's still frozen.
Oh no.
Thank you.
Mama J, redo.
She's frozen and she's covering up the dong picture.
We're gonna surround Michael with ladies.
There you go. Michael's being very quiet.
Yeah, I feel like I don't really have much to add because I'm still learning as well.
So do I stop here?
When you guys are ready with your, it looks like we got a lot of people that have their first cast on row done. The lanes are killing it over there. Killing it.
I'm fully mentally involved, physically there. It's very difficult, but I'm trying.
I mean, to be fair, I've started over on this probably like 7 times to get it to this point.
It takes that long. I mean, it isn't something that it's muscle memory too. And just remember, like I said, just don't knit tight. Just relax. If you screw some up, it's totally no big deal because you can just you rip it out. Or when you have a project you don't like, it's called frogging. You just take it off needles and you rip it all out, and you're ready to go again.
I did that with a lot of blankets.
I like that.
That second row always screwed me up. That's why I'm worried. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I know this. I'm waiting for the other shoe to drop because this is way too easy.
Okay, so is everybody ready to flip their needles?
Yeah, just
Sure.
1 second. I'm getting my mom's food.
16.
Look at Angie go, man. She's going to teach her own knitting class in like
17.
20 minutes.
18. 19. 20. Okay, I got 20.
All right. So now we're going to flip it around. So now that you've done that, right, we're going to flip it around. So the knob is on the left, and this is in your left hand.
Okay.
Okay.
Because you're going to work the stitches you're going to knit off of this needle onto this needle.
Okay.
And then I think I'm going to actually go to where she knits here and show you this video again since my camera didn't work out. I almost.
Mama J, have you been casting on?
Yeah.
Look at
He's got her
that.
homework.
That was the herd.
All right. So I'm going to go to here and I'm going to share my screen again. I'll show these tips again. All right. This gal has 22 stitches to cast on, but we have 20, whatever. You can do whatever you want in knitting.
I met her yesterday. She was my waitress at the restaurant that we went to.
Oh, cool.
And I was telling her all about Handmade by Robots and that we were learning to knit tonight. And she said she wanted to learn again. So
I love
and
it.
they were off today. So she and her husband were going to watch.
Hello.
Oh, that's cool. Welcome to the chaos.
Yes. Okay. So I just shared that video again.
Okay.
Let me.
1 second.
All right. So now this is where she just cast on the last stitch and she's going to turn it around.
20, 21, and 22. Okay, so let's say I want a really wide, thick scarf, then I would cast on 22 stitches. And you can see here, that is a very big, wide scarf, but I kind of love that. I love the coziness of a big scarf. So I'm going to stick with 22 stitches. All right, so now let's move on to the next leg of our journey, which is the knit stitch. Very exciting. All right. Now, when we do the knit stitch, we're going to use our right needle, and then we're going to go into our stitch, just like this, from the bottom to the top.
Okay, I'm stopping it there so you can all catch up. So everyone get that tip of the needle through the yarn just like you showed. Let me know when everyone's caught up.
I got it.
Okay. And now we're going to knit our first stitch. Everybody calm down.
Okay.
The excitement is palpable.
Oof, so I'm going to push my needle in like that. Then I'm going to take my yarn and go from the back to the front, okay, of my needle. And then I'm just going to pull that strand of yarn that I just looped around my needle through the stitch on my left needle. And I'm going to push my needle through and then push it off the needle.
Yeah, I'm lost.
Okay.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Yeah, that's not happening.
I'm going to let's all right, so I'm going to go back to where she does the first stitch.
No.
All right, here we go.
All right.
So we're going to put the tip in through the
back
of the stitch, and then you wrap the yarn around, and then this is where you actually knit the stitch. So
You go around the back.
All right. Now, when we do the knit stitch, we're going to use our right needle, and then we're going to go into our stitch, just like this, from the bottom to the top.
Okay, everybody got that going?
Yeah.
Yeah, that we got.
All right, so when you wrap the yarn, you're wrapping the yarn counterclockwise? Yes, counterclockwise on that back needle. Here we go.
Oof, so I'm going to push my needle in like that. Then I'm going to take my yarn and go from the back to the front.
Okay, I'm waiting for everybody to do that.
Okay.
Okay, now this is the hard part. It's weird because this is where you actually knit the stitch.
Okay, I think I got it.
Okay, ready? Here we go, people. Here we go.
Front, okay, of my needle. And then I'm just going to pull that strand of yarn that I just looped around my needle through the stitch on my left needle.
Okay, so you keep the tension there because you don't want, and then once this, now you're knitting your first stitch, you're going to pull that stitch off of the left needle onto the right.
I'm going to push my needle through and then push it off the needle.
Oh, I kind of came undone.
Oh my gosh, I need scissors.
Okay.
Okay, I got how to do it, but I lost the tension, so I'm having to do it.
Yeah, I have like 2 inches now.
That's okay. And then you just pull it tight.
That's what he said.
So I'm going to go ahead and have her show the next stitch, okay?
That can't be right.
Drop it off. So don't worry if you didn't catch that the first time. We'll go through this a couple more times and you can always rewind this video. Okay, so let's do this again. I'm going to take my
How does
right
that work on stream? I'm
and
just kidding.
to the stitch on my left needle and just push my needle through it. Oof, just like that, okay? And you can make really big exaggerated movements. That's totally fine because you're just learning the steps right now. Then I'm going to take my yarn and go around my right needle from the back to the front, okay? And then I'm going to pull this loop that I've just made on my right needle through the stitch on my left. Okay, so here we go. You can see that loop right there, right? So I want to catch that on my needle, so I'll push my needle through and then drop that stitch off my needle. Cool, so now I've just knit 2 stitches, right?
All right, how are we doing?
I don't know.
I did something.
Okay,
I did something.
Brandy and Marlene first. How's it going?
Hey, I'm trying to. I think I don't know. I think I'm doing it right.
Let's see it.
I think I got one line, like I'm getting there, but this part is hard. But
Look right. Well, let me see you. Let me see Marlene's up close. Can I see hers closer? That looks
Make
right.
it big, Brandy.
Yeah, Brandy, let me look at you. It's harder to see with the dark yarn, but it looks right.
Make it big.
Make me big. All right, I'll make me big. So, like that.
Move over to that looks good. That looks good. I'm very upset about
I
that.
like these wooden needles. I have done stuff with the metal needles, and I could never stand the metal scraping.
Oh, well, that and then and they're slippery and the stitches fall off. Angie, let me see. That's your cast on. Let me see the one that you actually knit. Okay, keep it going.
Is that right?
Just practice the knit stitch. It's gonna be ugly the first couple of rows. Let's just keep practicing our knit stitch.
Okay.
And then actually, Brandy, make me larger.
Okay.
And then I'll just knit some here, and hopefully you guys can see. So,
Are we pretty much just redoing like the slip knot over and over in a sense?
Can you? Oh shoot! How do I do this?
Is that what we're doing?
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna go rogue. Hold on, we're going rogue, people.
We're going rogue. Oh god, this is gonna be great. Okay.
Char's gonna hold the computer so you can see. Okay. All right. Let's see. I can't tell.
We can see.
Okay, so I'm gonna put the needle through, right? And then I'm wrapping the yarn around.
Right. Okay.
And then this is the part where you keep some tension on that loop you just made, and you're pulling the yarn through the loop, and then you pull the loop off that. Now I've just knit a stitch. I'm gonna go do it again. Through the back. Gonna make the loop. And then I'm going to pull that tip through, catch the loop I just made, and pull the yarn off.
You're already that far?
Yep.
Okay, Marlene's a nerd because she's already got like a whole row done.
Yay.
I switched. I started in the left and then I ended up in the right, and then I'm figuring it out.
Don't make fun of her, Brandy. Someone has to be the talented one between the two of you.
Mary, have you met my arch nemesis, PETA?
No.
If you guys look close enough, you can see a couple sneak peeks in the background.
Oh, don't. Oh, okay.
Mary's like, I was keeping that a secret.
That two unfinished sweaters over there too.
Okay, I could never make a living out of this. You're safe, Mary, over there. I'm not.
Okay,
you don't have to worry about me coming for you.
Yeah, we ain't coming for your job.
Okay, good.
This is
Good
crazy.
point. I like that.
This is a little sneak peek. New color.
Ooh,
purple.
You know what? I always go back to showing you guys stuff I shouldn't. Ooh, there's another.
It's okay. We won't tell anyone.
Man, those are sweet.
That is a exclusive 4-pack with. It's very limited, less than 1,000 units, I think, and it's going to be here in July.
Okay.
So how do you get that then?
You have the orange one.
Website
behind
or-
you.
Oh, is the orange one back yet?
Yeah.
Oh no! Egg down.
Oh no.
Egg down. Where'd it go?
Dig down.
He's gonna get it. Where'd it go? Hold underneath. Oh well. This is the orange one.
Oh yeah,
That's awesome.
my favorite
And then
color.
the glow in the dark one is now under some. The dog's probably gonna eat it.
And you guys just dropped the glow in the dark one on the GameStop website too, right?
Well, they've had it since December. Oh, I'm scared. Help me! Get a minute. This is actually not the correct paint. It's actually going to be glow in the dark paint, but that'll be the 4th one in the set. Thank you, Char. Okay,
So
how's
like
the
almost like a blacklight set then.
Kinda.
Cool.
The amount of people that have asked for blacklight stuff in the past like 2 weeks is insane.
Oh, God.
It's a bad.
So let's see. I want to see everybody else too. So make me smaller.
Okay.
Char,
Yes, ma'am.
I'm gonna let Char. Char wants to show something. What do you want to show, Char? Char wants to show a factory prototype.
Yes.
Ooh.
It was
Ooh.
staring at me.
Oh, that one's cool.
Nice.
It's an unpainted one, obviously.
Nice.
Beautiful.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, I love it.
It's gonna look really good on my desk.
It would look really good on mine too, just so you know.
I have Shaggy in the Flash hugging Post Malone on my desk. It's great.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Go behind.
Here is an unpainted Annabelle. She's still super creepy though.
Oh,
she
that's
is
amazing.
freaky.
Very scary.
Oh my. Love Annabelle.
Emily loves Annabelle too.
And then here's an unpainted Shorty.
Oh, that's awesome.
That looks sharp.
I just ordered those.
I know. I saw it. You were very quick on the draw. I liked John's message. It was like, I'll see you in 3 minutes. I'm like, okay.
Okay, so
Yeah, well, we were talking. He and I were talking last night, and I said to him, I said, "So, did you get the glow in the dark ghost face?" And he's like, "There's only 5 ghost face," and I named them off. I said, "No, there's these 5, and now there's a glow in the dark on GameStop." And he's like, "Damn it, Brandy! This is why you have the hashtag blame Brandy."
Really? I thought it was for a different reason.
Landmark Collectibles. I watched your YouTube today. I loved your dancing. I love that neon sign, man. That is super cool.
That sign is cool.
And then we are doing a purple ghost
And we're
face.
done. This is my third row.
Hey, Nadia.
I'm eating your cheese.
Now, is everyone knit a row and turned it again?
No, I'm trying.
Yes.
I'm almost to the end of my
Yeah.
row.
I feel like there's a couple experts here, like ringers, like somebody in the chat said.
Oh, you ain't looking at my screen.
I think you'd be surprised at like how far I am, which is 2 knots in maybe, but it's still a struggle.
I will say I think it's looking better on my second needle than it was my first, so I think I'm going somewhere.
Brandy, did you send out the video, that email to everybody? Because that video that I was showing is in that email.
Yeah, I've got the link, and then I've got these too. So, brand.
You guys will get to the point where you don't even look. You can knit watching TV. I like TV knitting as my favorite because then I can just knit. Football knitting is also good because you don't have to pay attention to what you're doing.
We all appreciate
So
it.
we've got this, which is the I can't talk right now. Knitting needle size chart, so that tells you, what the different sizes are. And then this one was super handy. Let me take comment down. Hang on.
So
this tells you the different yarn weights and
Yes.
then what size needle you should use for that weight.
So on the labels on the yarn, you guys, it'll tell you what the weights are. It'll either do it by the number here, or if you're new to knitting, don't use a 1, 2, or 3. You will get super frustrated because it takes forever and you have to use small needles. Use a 4, 5, 6 is probably where you want to be. Jumbo's like for rugs and stuff, like if you're knitting a rug or crocheting a rug.
So all right, so what size needle and yarn do you use when you do like the little like Dumbledore's hat?
That is actually I just wanted to find some blue yarn that was close to his hat, so I knit it with and I also wanted it to match up to the gauge of the actual figures that we make. So it's actually a worsted weight, so it's a 4, and I probably use size 6 or 7 needles.
Okay.
Brandy, you could have sent that to me when I told you I was in Hobby Lobby shopping for yarn.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry.
But I think I did okay, so I'm good.
Oh my god, I actually think I got it.
So Nadia, I was just making some slippers and felting them. So what you do is you make them, but you make them really, really big, and then you felt them down. Well, my first pair, I felted down to like toddler size. So I was like, well, those aren't going to fit. So, and felting is when you put it in the washing machine on hot and you let it agitate for a while, and the thing completely shrinks. So that's when you felt something.
That's how you go.
Okay, I just have my first knot left on my first needle, so should I stop till the next part?
Can you stop sharing that yarn weights thing there, Brandy?
Yep.
Hey, Teresa.
Hi, Teresa.
Hey, Liz.
I I don't know what size needles people are using, but for scarves, it really doesn't matter. The bigger needles, are easier to handle than the little guys. So let me see what's going on with. Let me see your 1 knot situation. Show.
Okay.
Okay.
Mother. So I got.
What
I don't
gonna
know if it's right, but I did it.
Okay, so where's your ball of yarn? Where's the actual ball of yarn?
You just start.
Okay. So what I want you to do is the one stitch that's left on that needle.
Mm-hmm.
Just drop it off. Just take it off the needle and get rid of it.
Okay.
Okay. Now you have all your stitches on one needle, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So now I want you to turn it so that
It's in my left hand?
Yep.
Okay, and you're just repeating it.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Okay. And we got rid of that little straggler on the end because I don't know what it was doing there, so we got rid of it. Yes. Yeah, don't people sometimes get I still do it. You knit with your tail and you're not supposed to, and then you're like, shoot.
Okay, I think I got this then.
That's what I thought I think I started with and just couldn't get around. And then now I'm 3 in, but it's just I'm getting there. It's the repetitiveness.
Can we put the link to that video in the chat so Sad Bones can
go in behind?
I'm getting it though. I'm doing it.
Good. It really is not that hard.
Oh no, it's my hand and my dexterity. Is that the way it works? I don't know, whatever that word is.
So what we're doing is called a knit stitch. So there's all the 2 foundational stitches in knitting are the knit stitch and the frill stitch.
No, you're going 2 stitches.
I mean, if I don't get it this time around, I'll just redo the videos and get it so I have one by next one. So.
Well, and the thing is,
cross down.
Screw it up as much as you want. It doesn't matter. You're just practicing. This is we're just practicing the knit stitch. I would not. If you guys end up with a scarf out of this, fantastic. Liz, yes.
If we end up with a scarf out of this.
Liz is saying she would try felting and make everything toddler size as well. Yeah. So I've got my toddler slippers that I'm going to give to a goat. I don't know what I'm going to do with this.
Give to a goat.
See,
thanks, John. I'm trying.
John is learning about knitting in the chat about different.
Yeah, I think it's wonderful.
I would love to see John do this.
He said Allie was trying.
Yeah.
So knitting has
she sent me pictures.
History. Women were not allowed to knit to begin with; only men.
Huh.
What?
It's
Interesting.
a bunch of bullshit. But there's the history of textiles is amazing to me. So, and anything you look at is knit. Your T-shirt is knit on a machine. It's just you don't. You can't really see it. You see the knit unless you look really close. But everything is knit. It's a little picture.
Including everybody's new favorite figures. I just lost people. We lost Michael and.
I see Michael.
Oh no! Who did I lose? I lost Mama J and.
If you're confusing Michael with Mama J, have you been?
No,
drinking?
I forgot I moved him, but I lost. Did I only lose Mama J?
I think it's just Mama J.
Brandy, I like your T-shirt there, kid.
Thank you. Now available on the Handmade by Robots website if you guys are interested. Up to size 4XL.
Wow.
They're cute, so we thought we'd put them up there. We had extras, and people seem to like them, so I was like, okay. Now,
when there's extra string, what does that mean? I just have to pull it tighter?
I need to see your string in order to diagnose your situation.
Shoot.
I can send you a picture.
Mine's screwed up.
Diagnose your situation.
I don't know.
And where is this extra stitch? Is it just
I bet you
it's right beside it. I'm just pulling it off and redoing it. Never mind, it's fine.
You gotta figure out where the
Restart.
top is and put it back on your left side.
Oh shit.
So Brandy, you had asked, and you and John had asked. You were very sneaky and had looked at the an item that we posted just as a teaser. It was that.
Yeah. I dropped
and
it.
you and John sussed out that there was a knit cap in the alleged. I don't want to say anything. Michael's going to yell at me. But
yes.
The alleged club situation we might have coming up. So
there's there's a super secret picture that you have to go and find for yourself
on the website. But we can show you the hat that we. Oh look at that!
Nice. You say it and it appears.
Yeah, I lost the whole thing. I'm starting over.
that's great. Do it. I mean, it doesn't. I think starting over works great. Practice.
I think that's how I'm gonna learn is just by keep redoing it because
Yep.
I feel really confident with my first 3, and then now I'm struggling with the 4th, but I know I can do it.
Okay, good.
John, you just hit the nail on the head of why I like resin crafting. You pour it and then you let it sit for 24 hours and then come back to it and then deal with it. Takes
That's
5
why I said
minutes
I'd love to
pour.
see John do it because John has no patience. What's up, Newell?
It does take a while. I mean, people are like, hey, will you make me a hat? I'm like, yeah, and they'll whatever you're. I'm thinking, well, if you, not that I would charge for it, but it's like probably costs $300 of my time to make that hat over the course of a week. But so it is not. Oh yeah, but so it is time consuming, but I don't know, it's just very relaxing and it's really good for your brain. And I watch Mad TV and knit. It's great. So I made a requirement of Michael's job is to watch the X-Files. So I told him that today. So he has to start on the X-Files because
Hang on. Where's the? Here we go.
I've never seen the X-Files either. Heck yeah.
Me either.
Really?
Yeah, I've never seen like a single episode.
I love it, and I'm on my 3rd time watching it through, and I'm on season 2.
Does that mean that like
where is it? Is it like on Netflix or anything?
It's on Hulu.
Hulu, okay.
oh damn Canada?
I'll give you a
Got
tip.
that.
When you come down, see how I cross it? Let this one catch. See how it rubs against the other needle?
Let me get it cast on and then you can show me that part because I will forget by then.
Hey, Ginger.
1, 2. Ginger! So, all right, Mary. So we got these whole kits. Now, what is the biggest difference between? I know it drives you insane when people do videos and they call them crocheted. What is the biggest difference between knitting and crocheting?
Crochet is you use one. It's a hook, so it's got a little hook at the end, and you're just working loops with that one hook. As we're knitting, you're interlocking the loops from one to the other, and they look distinctly different. If you don't knit or crochet, you wouldn't know the difference. But yeah, so that is a huge. Seth Meyer, one of the late night guys, he got confused. He called a knitted sweater crochet, and the knitting community, as a joke, kind of went after him. But he ended up getting like all these sweaters made for him. So it was a segment on a show for like 2 months where people would call him out about his lack of knowledge about knitting. It was pretty funny.
Are there? I mean, we're doing basic knit stitches. Is there like advanced stitches that
yes.
like do different things?
So there's 2 foundational stitches in knitting. It's the knit stitch, which you're all doing, and the purl stitch. And I'll show you a purl stitch real quick. So, and what this is called, what we're doing right now, because the front and the back look the same. They should see how the stitches look the same on the front and the back. This is called garter stitch when you knit both sides of the fabric, and it creates this look. But if I was to put, so now you guys are all used to the knit stitch. You put it through the back, you do the loop. The purl is you bring your yarn to the front in between. You put your needle, I can't even see what I'm doing. You put your needle through the front of the stitch. You wrap the yarn and you pull it through. I'll knit a couple just to show you how it looks. And that's how you create ribbing because the purl and the knit stitches look different.
Hang on, I added Mama J back, but 1 second. Let me put you back up to big stitch.
So let me get a couple. I'll do a row or 2 here so you can see. And then there's cabling, which is just a matter of twisting stitches over other stitches that make like a cable sweater. There's lace knitting, but where you do like yarn overs and stuff. And that creates the holes that you see in like lace knitting. Let's see. T's helping me. Where are you, T?
I just want to say to John that my brain is up
Hi,
in
T.
smoke. Because that's where my
Hi, baby
money
T.
goes.
Hi.
Loser.
I think I screwed up again. Did I screw up again?
Elisa, knitting patterns. Yeah, you kind of have to learn the shorthand language. Now, if you're interested in learning more about knitting, there's a great site called Ravelry, and it has over like 2 million patterns on it. And it's got hundreds and hundreds of thousands of users. It's been around for, 10, 15 years, at least, maybe 15 years. and you can look up free patterns. I mean, it's a rabbit hole when you go down it. It's really fun.
All right, I gotta start over. No, I gotta start over. Okay.
Okay, so I'm almost done with a couple rows here to show you the difference between knitting and purling. So
6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
So on our Handmade by Robots figures, we mostly use that knit texture, and that's what you see, those upward V rows. It's not a garter stitch texture; it's a knit texture. Like if you knit in the round. Here, would you grab my scarf? It's a pearl I'm knitting with that purple yarn in the round. Show them how we're knitting around.
Mine's gonna definitely be turning into a cloth of some sort whenever I get there. I don't think a scarf will ever come from this.
Yeah, I kind of started over. I had to. It all kind of came undone.
And if you guys want to watch that video again, we can watch the video again.
I actually think I'm getting it though. I'm very happy. You were
Yeah,
very
I think I got
patient.
the steps. I just add up one little part. So
Yeah, it's on
Okay, so I've gone up through here.
That's what I'm supposed to fix.
So when you go behind, see how it's longer? You wrap around the longer one.
Yeah.
But what I do is this one,
Yeah.
I keep it so it's touching that one and it slides under.
What am I? That? Like that?
Yeah, you're picking that stitch up to put it on your other one. And then this one slides out.
Granny's mom's got to figure it out.
So in, around, behind.
See, I'm not the only nerd in the family.
you're only the biggest.
So yeah, if you guys ever go, you can sign for Ravelry free, and then there's tons of beginner patterns. And yes, Liz, Ravelry, amazing. I go down the rabbit hole there a lot. And then you can post pictures of all your projects, and people can search them. And you guys look for like certain pops or figures you don't have, and you guys have a community where you go and look. If you're missing a ball of yarn, like from a certain dye lot, you go on there and everyone's cataloged their yarn, so you can go find what you need.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Okay, Mary, I've got a question. So I had to start completely over.
Okay.
I just took it all apart, and then I did my 22 stitches over here.
Okay.
So now I've got the blank one here. Do I do a knot before I start?
Nope. I'm at the end of mine, so I'm gonna flip it and show you.
Okay.
So you just pretend that this is my cast on, right? So you flip it. I always keep my yarn ball to my right. Okay.
Okay, it's on my right.
So you don't have to do any. You're gonna just start with that first stitch. Put the needle in as if to knit. You wrap your yarn just like we've always have. Pull the stitch through and drop it off the needle. Holding the needles is hard, so
yeah, I can see where it takes practice.
Yeah, because it is weird, I'm usually just about like this.
Wrap it.
I'm getting very good at the cast on.
Wrap it.
Well, that's good. It's good to practice that. Char had me do all her cast ons for like a year. She'd come over and throw it at me.
Okay, something ain't right.
So, Shar, I have to say, Mason is absolutely adorable.
Yes.
Thank you.
He's doing a very good job announcing the contest on JLH's channel.
Tell him how he likes to watch it. His show with him on it.
Oh yeah, he does. You sit down on the couch and then he watches it and he starts laughing about every 2 seconds when he hears his voice. Because I did that one in 2 seconds.
That's so cute.
He's so cute.
He asks a lot of questions about all the other things though, and I'm like, I don't know.
Yes, he requested a T-shirt today, so we're gonna get him a T-shirt.
Sorry, I stepped away for a second.
So
I've come to the conclusion that I cannot do this unless it's all I'm paying attention to.
It is, yeah. Sometimes it's hard. So this is, I'm going to show you what I knit the front and purled the back. So I'm going to show you, if you want to put my screen up bigger. So these are those V stitches that you see on our figures, right? That's because I knit the front and I purled the back. The purls are little bumps, and these are the knit stitches if
Oh,
you
yeah.
side. So those are like the stitches you see on the figures.
Okay. I'm gonna be stupid again. All right. So
So-
I've got the needle coming down, and then I'm picking up this piece here.
No, that loop there.
That's all.
Yeah.
That is actually just yarn strands for the hair.
Oh,
You
yeah.
twist it. So this is, you can see down here is where my garter stitch. So garter stitch is knitting the front and the back. And then
You
here I
pick up
knit the
this-
front.
The piece that
And
you
I purled
just
the
put
back.
on. There you go.
Which one did you get, Umpty?
Don't pull them too tight.
Okay.
Yeah.
He said he made his first HMBR order.
Woohoo!
So here is knitting in the round. So, you know, you guys, you saw it. So there's a wire or a plastic, like almost fishing wire connecting the two. So
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's what mine's gonna look
you
like.
never have to flip back and forth. So this one, I'm actually knitting a big cowl. So yeah, you just keep knitting, and then you use a marker to mark the beginning of your round.
Oh, that's what all that
those
stuff
were?
is for.
Yeah,
Oh, got it.
they're called stitch markers.
I wonder what those were.
Mama J says she's having internet issues. I bet Spectre was playing with that taser again.
Let's
He's not helping again.
If any of you guys missed it, Spectre did do a live the other day on his channel where he did tase himself just like he promised for the charity event that he helped raise money for. So
Nice.
we got our reward. We saw him in pain. And his friends.
Did he pee himself? Because that would have been awesome.
No.
That costs extra.
That costs extra.
So, Brandy, do you want to see? And I think John too. You want to see the hat from our?
Oh yeah, because you know, I mean, I wear a beanie like almost every day.
Yeah. Like your beanie is the language you're speaking to me.
So, Michael's going to show you. So
So-
we've got. the
Actually,
hats.
I have the other hat.
Oh, you don't have the. Do you
He
want to
doesn't
show?
have
Jack, do you want to show?
what?
Do you want to show the hat that's going to be in the fan club kit, or do you want to show the regular hat? Because we're going to have a hat that's only available through the fan club. If you sign up for the fan.
I only have the regular hat mock up on hand. I don't have the other one. I can cut it out if you want.
Well, which one do you have? The one that everyone can get, or just the fan club hat?
The one that everyone can get.
Well, show it. It's cute. It's a
Let me
knit
figure
cap
out
from
how.
Sam with a patch, and my sister's going to show all the patches.
Well, then which ones did you get, Umpty? Or are we finally going to get a real YouTube video at you that's not like just for Patreons that everyone can see?
Ooh, Caitlin's now calling out Umpty.
Did you see
Yeah.
what underwear adjustments for?
I'm excited for his channel.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, come on, it's Umpty.
Did you show it, Michael, or have you frozen?
I have to change my settings to
I had to change my settings.
do it.
I'm Michael. I had to change my settings. That was the
Yeah, everything's a little bit more difficult with the Mac, unfortunately.
Well, I think so. The guy, I mean, he's. Yeah, he's like Teresa. You just.
Wrap around.
Liz, what is your username on Ravelry? I'm going to have to friend you.
Down. Okay, so
Nice.
Okay, I think I discovered my problem. I'm putting way too much tension in my
Yes.
stitches.
Yeah.
So
Because then it makes it hard to, just relax. Just, especially when that first row, when you cast on, just
yeah.
do it loose. And I'll have you know, I washed my hair for this broadcast. So that's
What? She washed her hair.
I did too, just for y'all.
So did I. We were
I
all.
showered.
I'm gonna have to leave
And
and
they
come
put on
right
these-
back to
I
do
have
it.
these green nails going for St. Patrick's Day.
Those nails are
Nice.
sweet, Mary. I love those nails.
There were some compliments on your nails in the chat earlier when you were doing. your
Oh, good. Well, my work here is done.
You're getting there though.
So, Angie, one of the things when you're knitting, try not to hold it like the needles like this. Make sure, I mean, this is probably the best way to work is kind of at a 45-degree angle, I guess, or maybe more like a 90. But
Okay.
when you get like this, that's when things go awry.
Yeah, I think we just went awry.
Thanks, Nadia.
I feel like I was doing okay, and then I feel like I dropped something here.
I sent Brandy a photo of how far along I am, and it's not that far.
Where's the photo? I want to see.
Here, I'll show you.
Charmed Pooh Bear. I'm gonna wait. I gotta go to Ravelry and
I
follow.
definitely.
Oh, you gotta send it again. I can't open it.
Oh shoot! I probably have all the wrong. Or how do I do it? Oh,
Charmed
where should I
Bear.
send it? I mean, just to you?
Yeah, to my Instagram. I'll put it up.
What's up?
You've touched like 3 inches of it, and she's like, "Oh, it's soft."
I
That's what she said. This night is going to be full of. That's what she said.
When is it not full of that?
Right?
Sure, I was gonna like it.
Oh no, I got my. No wait.
Okay. All right, so we're doing it this way.
All right, Charmed Pooh Bear, you're now my Ravelry friend.
So I'm waiting for Michael to show his. So look what I got, you guys. Got my very first egg 4-pack.
Oh,
Nice.
good.
Oh, that is sweet.
Is it Wonder Woman?
This is Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman.
God, I
You
can't,
got some
I
sexy
can't get the
hair.
picture to focus out.
The fact
What are
that
you
Brandy
trying
owns something Wonder Woman that I don't feels wrong.
And Superman.
I need to order it.
So John was at the store the other day and found all these.
Is that Walmart?
Yep.
Yep.
That's the biggest amount we've seen in a store before.
Well,
I still haven't seen them.
Not here.
But then again, I'm in Jonesboro.
We're in 1,200 Walmarts, so not in all of them, but in a lot of them.
Are you
Opie
in
sent me
any stores
pictures.
in Canada?
And he found them too.
We have, I don't know how GameStop does it because I got so many comments today on the glow in the dark ghost face, like, why can't I get it in Canada? And it's because, and actually, Landmark Collectibles had an interesting comment. I didn't realize that they were still using EB Games up there to just, I think it's all named GameStop now, but EB
Yeah, they
Games
just switched that.
GameStop's partner, and you can't get anything GameStop US and GameStop Canada, which sucks.
Well, at least
That's
you
stupid.
ship to Canada. That's all that matters.
Teresa, the BobaCon in Everett has a ton of them. Yeah, that's a
So
great.
this is the prize for someone watching tonight. We're going to give away a handmade by Robot Stitch. I bought this off of I Want This Stuff. So we're going to give him away. He's super, super cute. One of the Disney line. But before I continue, I'm going forward every single show.
What happened to Michael?
I don't know. He dropped off.
He said he had to get on a different system to show us the thing.
He was doing some of his settings.
Oh, Michael.
Okay, so one you guys shouldn't sleep on is Leatherface. Okay? This is Leatherface. This is the current box that you can get. You can get this at numerous
Leatherface.
different stores. You can get it on the Handmade by Robot website. But here I'm going to show you guys. This is already the second generation of box. Okay, so you can see here on the bottom and how much smaller the new boxes are. So I have both the original and what I'm calling Gen 2. And then the box art is going to be changing. So there's going to be a third version of this box already. So if you guys look for it, you want to look for either this original bigger box or this Generation 2 box that you can still get right now and is available retail.
Right there. Can you get him?
You're going to have all three of them, aren't you?
I will have all three, yes.
Here, I'm going to show you the new Leatherface box.
Okay, hang on.
Leatherface.
Mason said it. How did Mason say it?
I don't know. He has a hard time with
Leatherface.
the L and the TH together.
So this is the new box. So it's got the more graphics on it. It's got the chainsaw like cut right here.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
That's cool.
That is super cool.
Yeah.
Now,
that's an
the
update.
other thing that I noticed is the tops were different on the two of them there because the Handmade by Robots logo is bigger on the bigger box. There's actually you can actually see more of the figure on the new box than you can on the older one.
Excellent. So another thing, you guys, if you're going to knit, you usually have a little notions kit, right? So in here is, tape and there's everything's in here. Tape measure, stitch markers. Now you know what those are. little embroidery scissors.
Yeah, getting everything for the knit thing was the hardest part for me because everything, like, I think I got all the wrong materials.
Gee, what are you doing here?
Everybody behave. Michael's back.
Unless you have a friend named Mary, then she gives you all your knitting supplies.
Yes, I did load Char up. I'm going to do a yarn cruise pretty soon. There's the hat you can get.
Yes!
Oh, I love it.
That's cute.
There we go.
I
Finally.
love the little red eyes on the logo.
I love that.
Yeah, I think that looks great.
Yeah, so this is probably going to be released before anything else. Probably our next thing on the website that's available. But yeah,
that is so adorable.
So now wait, you see now my knitting eye is looking at that. So that is a rib. So rib is a combination. You go like knit one, purl one, knit one, purl one, and that's what creates that ribbing.
Oh, that's cool. I can't see. All right, well, because we're showing off the hat right now. That's the things you can get. But so this is my hat. I don't even know what this is, but I love the stitch on this.
Well, you can stop sharing that, Michael. There you go. What happened? Yeah, so that's just a combination. So the stitches that you see that stick out, that's a basket weave. So that is just this alternating. Most of it's knit, and then they've built in those cross patterns are all purl stitches.
Oh, okay.
No, Teresa, I wasn't able to get it, and I didn't want to order it.
So like GameStop, they just put that ghost face up. They had that thing in December. And it's they've had Oogie Boogie Glow in the Dark since December in their warehouse. And their warehouse is so backed up and they're having such problems that hopefully they can get it together soon.
Yeah.
So the Oogie Boogie, because I saw that the glow in the dark Ghostface has the limited edition patch on it, right?
It does. It's the picture on the website doesn't have the sticker, but the actual product has a sticker. I have no idea why they have that picture up. I was just so happy to see it online finally.
Yeah.
And then Oogie Boogie Glow in the Dark. I don't think that one's up. I can't remember. I don't think it is. And then remember they have that little itty bitty that little Leatherface. They have that exclusive micro one too, but we'll see when they end up putting that out.
So is it just me and be honest, I don't know, is it just because I'm aware of you guys now, or have you guys seriously blown up in the past couple of weeks? Because that's what it feels like. It feels like more people are talking about you, more people are buying you.
I think okay, so our first, when I flipped over to BDA, the only 3 figures we had were Ghostface, Leatherface, and Hannibal Lecter. We rode those till the cows came home. I mean, they were in Walmart and everyone reordered them. They were in FYE had them. And then I think the next one that came out was the FYE silver one, because that was didn't have to do a new mold. And then our first batch of new stuff for Warner Brothers came in September. Chunk and Sloth were the first 2 to come in. So really the breadth of the line, really showed up in December in our warehouse. So I think just you're seeing retailers getting it out on shelves and online. And of course, having our social media ramped up, having our Blame Brandy promotional situation, I think there's just more collectors getting the product. And then, we've done a lot of orders on the website and people are starting to post about those. And
yeah, plus we were like 20 different collaborations with all like the giveaways and everything like that, working with other I
was gonna say, like John's video has been. I love the actual interactiveness of voting for.
I know
it's so much fun because you guys have such a variety of choices that it's so hard the way he puts them up against each other.
It's all random, isn't it?
Yeah, he's random. The teacup bit on John's kills me.
I love that.
I know. And
I don't know how he does it.
I don't know. And I'm like, no, don't put any more on. Stop. And then, and And then I love the Evil Knievel jumps. The ones today where they were landing in the pot. Yeah, those. And how this little helmet flies out. Oh, Mason likes the Evil Knievel. Yeah.
I love the
do
little
not
bit
really.
he did today with R2 and the puppies. That was cute.
That was fun because you could see the puppies in the background being like behind the dog gate, like, get me in there. I want to get that thing.
You guys know that was John singing.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah, I figured that.
Voice of an angel. Angel for generation. I mean, voice of our generation. I meant, damn it.
Michael, let's see your progress.
Oh, I just restarted again.
You tore it out again?
No, I'm not good at doing it when I'm paying attention to other things. Like I can't zone out yet. So if I'm not only focused on this, I start making mistakes.
Yeah, I get it.
Char gets it.
I
Char
used to
did
be
this
that way.
thing. Oh my God. She was doing, remember when you were doing sideways knitting? I'm like, what the hell did you do? She'd go, oh, I screwed up my knitting again. Then she comes over every night to deal with the horses, right? So she'd walk in the house and she'd go
I
here.
haven't been able to get this far yet.
And she would do these, and I would see these loops like she knit sideways. I'm like, what did you do? I always figured out and fixed it, but it's very challenging.
I sent Brandy a photo of what I'm doing. I think it may be wrong.
Brandy, send it to me.
Hang on.
Dogs. There is one. The hair actually is.
Let me see if I can. Mary, I'll forward it to you.
Okay.
Sorry, I didn't know how to send it properly. I tried.
I sent it to yourself.
I messed it up somewhere.
Of course she does. 'Cause we got
What else
two
should
of
we
them.
show?
That's all I did so far.
Show a sneak peek of a figure?
Yeah.
Yes.
You know we love that.
Are we allowed to ask questions around here too? Or
Do it. We can do whatever.
how many of the micros are you planning on doing? Like, are you trying to do one of like every popular figure or just one?
I am doing. We started with Batman. We've got Velma is next. The Leatherface Pretty Woman micro, and that's because GameStop requested that one. I'm doing Scooby, an individual. We've got like I don't know, 30 or.
Well,
40.
we checked the site too. We also have a lot of the more recent ones that are going to be coming out on the coming soon page on the website.
And so, but we're thinking about too doing packs of them because some retailers don't like how small they are because they're
Right.
easily shoplifted. So we're thinking about doing. We have a Ghostface 5-pack coming out. It's actually like an ornament, like bag charm set. It's got a loop on the top, so you can use it as an ornament or whatever. So we're thinking.
Oh,
about,
that's up my alley right there.
so we've got a 5-pack of Scooby Doo coming of micros. It's Scooby Doo, and then 4 villains, and then
That'd be cool.
then we have
Can't wait.
Fred, Daphne, Velma, and Shaggy as a set. I think I'm going to do those Willy Wonka ones that I've shown as a set.
I can't wait for those. Everybody's like on pins and needles for those.
Yeah.
And then I just think the retailers, because retailers also like Amazon or whatever, they don't like stuff that doesn't cost much because the whole shipping process is so expensive. So if it's a $25 retail as opposed to a $6 retail, they were inclined to buy it, So
When you send a
You see it?
personal,
Go ahead.
no, sorry, I was just gonna say, sending a personal package, you also have to like pay duty and everything now if you're sending it across the border. It's wild.
yeah, oh look, okay, I'm looking at this picture.
You
Hold on.
can let her in. Oh, you're going to
That's your cast on. You're doing just fine.
Am I doing okay? All right.
That cast on looks good. Okay, and the yarn you bought
It's way
is
too thin.
I hate that yarn. It's squeaky acrylic, and it like no, it's that. Remember this stuff, that home style shit? Oh god.
Honestly, I sent to Brandy. I'm like, because the kit that you sent, it was honestly double the price here to get it shipped. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have to just make do with what I got.
No, it's all good, and all you need is, I have way too much knitting supplies, but clearly, but all you need is a couple different sets of needles. It's like golf. All I need is my pitching wedge, my putter, my 5 wood and my driver, and really I'm good. You know, I don't need to take any of the other bag, the clubs out of the bag. So knitting's kind of the same.
It's good to know that I just need the proper tools, and we will be better off.
Why don't we show? You guys want to see something from The Exorcist?
Yes.
This is pretty funny. Let me go find it.
Because I'm actually, I was saving some of the ones from our art account that we could.
Michael's probably like, don't show that. And this is not approved, so I will deny showing you this.
There will be no evidence of it after the show.
Okay, good. But
I'll
here's
bleep,
what I
I'll
love
bleep
about
that
it.
part out.
Here is what I love about it.
Gotta love
It
Brandon.
is.
Thank you.
Let me open this new tab. No, that's not what I wanted, dumbass. All right, so here's our good pal Reagan McNeil, that poor little girl from The Exorcist. And she.
I have it saved off of Trello if you want to. Want me to share it?
I got it.
Okay.
So I made sure to tell the artist I wanted vomit and blood. So
Nice.
Yay!
Brandy, you have to share me, right?
Yep. All right. I'm coming right there.
So
That's
Oh
right.
wow.
her head's on backwards.
Oh, that's terrifying. I love it.
So she will be backwards in the box. We've decided to face her. Her face will be out, but she'll be backwards in the box.
And then she'll be in my home.
Fantastic.
That is cool.
Brilliant marketing. Brilliant.
I love it.
Yeah. So this is one of our new artists, Bill, and he's loving it. He's just as crazy as we are. He's the one that designed the ice cream truck too, from Killer Clowns.
Oh, okay.
Awesome.
I thought it was pretty cool the other night when I was on that. I just happened to jump on this live stream. I don't even know how I started following the guy or why I started following the guy. And you want me to take this off or?
Yeah, you can take it off.
I don't even know how, because unless it was baby stuff, I don't know, because we've got the littles or whatever, but I jumped on there, and the first thing that I honed in on was Justin's artwork in the background. And then I just said something like, oh, you have Justin's Goonies. And the guy jumped on my comment right away. I mean, there was like 150 people watching. He's like, oh, well, Brandy, or Geek Meets Eats, I actually have 5 of them, blah, 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 blah. I was like, who are you, and how do I know you? Like, I had no idea how I got there, but...
That is weird, yeah. But yeah, he had some nice originals on the back, or prints on the back wall.
Yeah.
So Teresa wants to know: are you going to expand the DC line like Batgirl, Robin, etc., and Hawkgirl? That's the one I want.
We've got with Warner Brothers. Yeah, we're definitely have Batgirl. We've got Catwoman coming.
Oh,
and
yes.
I am getting the license added to our contract for the original Batman series because I want to do the Batmobile and Robin from the original series. Yeah. So Robin is actually drawn. Michael, I'll let you decide if we're going to show Robin or not. Remember, this is top secret.
Yeah, I can bring him up.
Yes.
I really like the colors on him. He looks really good.
Do you want to bring him up?
Yeah, I got him. I have the other Ghostface you were talking about too. I can bring up as well.
So who decides like what version of the hero you're going with when you have like comic book heroes that have like various different styles of costumes?
You know, I kind of try to go for the evergreen ones, like the original ones, or something that's not like the 78th movie in the series, like one of the original kind of go-to ones.
Mm-hmm.
Such an overachiever.
No,
show him. Look.
Mama Lay's killing it.
I mean, look at that.
Be proud. Be proud.
Nice.
Char's leaving us to go deal with the horses. Say goodbye to Char.
Yep.
Bye, Char.
Bye, Char.
Bye.
Bye, Char.
Cardi and Louie hugs for us.
Okay.
Okay, I've got a question.
You come over tomorrow and we'll do all that. Yeah, there's a lot.
So after I've pulled everything from this to this, I start over, right?
Right. So now, here, I'm going to grab. Where'd that go? Hold
Hang
on.
on, Michael, I'm on you. Burt Ward.
Oh, that is sweet.
Oh yes.
think that's my koozie. Okay. So when am I rolling over? This toy.
That is so cool.
I really love the colors on him. I think it looks really good.
His
Mhm.
cape looks
Hey,
amazing.
Brandy, look who's starting to join us in chat.
Mr.
Oh, look, Bob's here.
Yeah, his internet went out about an hour before the show started.
Oh.
And that's just a render of metallic.
Oh, that's
There's the
awesome.
metallic blue.
Nice.
So you're gonna have like a whole rainbow of those.
Pretty much.
Pride flag is Ghostface.
Right?
Oh my god, I will buy 4-5 million. I'm just kidding. Well,
It's
I
pretty
will
much
buy
like
it.
making all of the different the Fun World masks. So I mean, there technically is a Pride mask for Ghostface. That who knows?
Hey, hide that. So I want to answer the question someone had about how to flip the needles. Who was it?
Me.
Okay. So here you're done, right? Excuse me. You're like this and you finished. So
Oh,
now,
I got my first row from this needle to this needle.
okay, now. So now the one you just finished that has all the stitches on is going to go in your left hand.
Okay.
Your yarn is going to stay over to your right.
Mhm.
That's called your working yarn. And then this point needle, this is where you start again, right here.
Okay, so now I'm just doing the same thing I was, and now bringing it over to this needle.
Yep. Back and forth. Back and forth.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Mary.
You're welcome.
Oh, Mary, my son had a question.
Yes.
He wanted to know, would you guys do any, I guess it's from the Doom video game. Are y'all able to do any?
I don't have that license.
Okay. Yeah, I was telling him that y'all had to have licenses to do certain things, but he had asked me about that one earlier. So, okay.
So no on the Dune for now.
Thank you.
How would you get like certain artists? Would you have to contact them individually, like musical artists?
Musical artists are usually managed by one, like a licensing group. So, like, there'll be 100 or so different artists under one licensing group. Then you go to that art licensing group, and then you pick which artist you want to license. But yeah, usually you never go direct,
Right.
like agent or something, because they work with licensing companies that represent them.
Right,
Like
right.
Radar Licensing is our guy who does Ghostface and Leatherface. So the company that owns Ghostface is called Fun World. So we have a license with Fun World for Ghostface. It's not part of the Scream movies at all. Well, it is obviously, but we don't have a license for the movie itself. We just have a license for Ghostface. And then Exerbia is the licensing agreement for Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Okay, cool.
What did I do?
I don't think I've ever focused so hard on something in my life.
It is
I
a
know,
very
right?
quiet group. I love it though. I feel like you're all doing really good. I want to see everybody. Everybody hold your knitting up.
Hang on.
I had to restart again.
That's
so
I just had to restart and I screwed it up.
it looks horrible, but I'm getting there.
I know it's you guys. The lanes are showing off again.
Yes, they are.
Well, I'm fine with Ma Lane
Yeah.
showing off, but Brandy, come on.
What did I do?
Well, I have started out with 20 stitches. I have 24 now. So somewhere in here, it's getting wider.
That's what I keep doing. And I'm like, okay, I gotta restart because I keep screwing up somewhere.
Well, Bob,
So
go
somebody
get more
asked in
shelves.
the what's up?
I said, Bob, go get more shelves because they're coming. I see Ginger
Oh,
Pop's asking a very interesting question, Michael. I'm sure you saw it.
Yeah,
too.
that's what I was about to say. So we actually do have a mascot already. We're gonna be doing the line of the different robots. As of right now, we have our main one, which is pretty much our logo for every social media account. Have we actually shown his whole body?
Have we shown his whole body or just his face?
I think just his face.
Okay.
Although I posted his part of his body, I believe.
That's robot 283362, and that's what's stamped on the bottom of all the figures. Who inspects all the figures?
That's so cute.
I love how it ties into everything. Like that little detail is awesome.
Thank you.
I'm proud of how far I've come, to be honest. You know, I thought I for sure I would just quit right at the beginning.
Well, show us.
I saved that picture. I my camera's not set up where I would, but
Okay, no
Hang on.
worries.
Should we show his whole body?
I don't know, man. I think you're.
I think you should hold off until the you know what goes.
Yeah, I think we should hold off. We've seen his head and his arm. We'll keep the rest. You guys can imagine what he looks like, but yeah,
It's a super secret exclusive.
that it is.
That was wrong.
Well, actually, if people are gonna, you know what I can show is the bags.
Is that what that other thing in the picture is?
No.
Oh.
What bag?
Because this is what JLH and I do in the
The
morning
shirt
over
bags,
coffee.
because they do
he
have
gets
a
up
little
at,
bit more of it
2
on.
o'clock in the morning. So we were sitting there like kibitzing over that whole picture.
I know you're quite detective-y.
That's what he and I do. He and I sit there and talk, and he's like, well, "What do you think that is?" I'm like, "I think it's this." What do you think that
You
is?
guys are playing
Yes.
Handmade
Pull
by
up-
Robot Detective first thing.
Pull up that image that they were detecting on. Let's see if everyone can figure it out.
Okay.
You want me to pull it up? You got it.
I got it.
Angie, you good? I know you're flipping from one side to the other. I just want to make sure you.
Everything dropped off of this one, so now I've got to start over again.
I started over again too. I think
Well,
I'm getting the hang of it, but
Right.
every now and then I like.
It's like when I'm going in, when you go through the bottom through the loop before you wrap the yarn.
Yep.
I think I'm grabbing because it's multicolored and twisted. I think I'm going in between the actual yarn pieces instead of the whole loop itself.
Yes, that happens a lot.
You are
Yarn is
speaking right now.
splitty. It's splitty, so sometimes you don't get the whole piece of yarn. But if you don't, if you want to go back and fix it, great. Otherwise, you can drop it off on your next row, that extra little piece you got.
Okay.
At some point, this is going to get finished. It's not going to look good tonight, but at some point, I'm going to have to
Is this
I
good?
know it's going to drive me crazy. This is
What's up, Ezra?
because I love to crochet. I haven't done it in a long time, but it was always relaxing. So now I really want to get this and just something I can just sit there and do and take my mind off of things.
Is this better or worse for you than the Lego set, Angie?
Right now, it's worse because I'm getting frustrated, but I feel like I'll be able to get this. Probably, when I'm off of here, I think I'll do better. But because you have to concentrate, and I'm trying to look at different things, and I don't know.
Yeah.
But I think this is I don't know. I really want to get it though. That's what I do now.
One year, I tried to, for the whole year, I wore something. I wore something that I knit, or I knit every day. So that was I managed to do that for a year.
Wow.
So Lisa and I always start like some sort of project. Like we started painting like Bob Ross, and she knitted a baby blanket. But I was trying to watch her, and I'm like, I have no idea what you're doing right there. And she's like, no, it's this. And so we did loom knitting, and we got pretty good at that. Like I've knitted quite a few things on that, but. But this, I don't know. This is kind of comforting, I guess, because I'm using both of my hands and.
Yep.
I thought she was saying the image is comforting. I'm like, what's comforting about it?
No, so I haven't figured out what this big rectangle is up here. We figured out that was the beanie, so that's why we asked about it.
I want to know what you guys think is actually what's included in this.
So I think there's a patch, a sticker, an exclusive, a lanyard, a beanie, and we don't know that that's what we're trying to figure out. We don't know all of it.
Well, we're not going to give it away. So, but
No.
there it is.
No, because this is the fun stuff that drives John and I nuts for until it
Good.
comes out.
Okay, that's so good to know. Then we'll continue with driving.
Yes, anything that drives Brandy nuts, I'm here for.
And John.
Well, he's just a bonus.
He's just a bonus.
Could you ever misplace your needle?
I have. I've broken needles in the middle of knitting. There's a knitting technique, another kind of knitting needle besides the circular and the straight needles. They're called DPNs, which is double pointed needles. So when you're knitting a real tiny circular thing, you need to use these. Here, why don't you take that down, Michael?
Oh yeah, I don't control if it shows or not. It like Brandy has to change it, I think.
I take it down.
So this is. Let me see. Find a good picture. All right, so this is what knitting with DPNs looks like, and I constantly am dropping these DPNs into the cracks of my wood floor.
Oh God, it's like pick up
Oh
stick.
my gosh.
It's hard. Yeah, it's harder than most of them. That's why I always use the bamboo, because then they don't slip. Because that's where the stitches will flip out.
You have a talent that is amazing. It's really good for you.
It's not talent; it's just repetition. You know.
I initially
you can
bought
admit it's
this
talent.
set.
It's okay.
Oh, it's not going to show? Probably not. But like the ones I got afterwards are so different because these ones are like super thin. I don't think I could deal with trying to work with stuff that thin, especially with doing this kind of stuff.
Oh, there's my desk.
Oh.
We took Leatherface Pretty Woman to the park. Justin, our artist, and we did a bunch of photo shoots at the park. So there's Leatherface Pretty Woman at the park.
I love photography.
Looks actually so creepy. It's great.
Okay,
I know.
so
Let me stop sharing.
Let me pick a video. We'll send everybody over. So one of the community members, Pop in Missouri, is also doing a charity. So for every view he gets through the month, he is going to donate 3 cents to a charity.
Oh, that's cool.
So let's pick. I'm going to pick a video. So that's who we're going to go give him a shout out. Let's see. Let's do the one from a day ago. Share. Copy. So I'm going to put that. What I want you guys to do, though, is to make sure that you put hashtag GMEHMBR. So GME, Handmade by Robots. Put that in the chat right there. So this is going to be for the stitch. So we're going to let this run for a while on that. But I do have a huge announcement to make that's with my channel. So I went and visited Nick and Nessa yesterday. I talked to them today. So by Thursday, if you're interested, there is no cost to this whatsoever. We are going to be running, or I'm going to be running, the Geek Meets Eats Bot Madness Tourney.
Nice.
Oh my God.
So I'm setting up a March Madness brackets. You don't have to know anything about basketball. It's free for you to enter. You can
Thank
only
God.
enter once. And what you get, the prizes will be, it's going to be between 2 and 4 Handmade by Robots figures that I'm going to purchase from my pops to send to the winner. It's a win. So the rules of it are you can only enter once. I've got to get it set up. So DM me on Instagram. Send me a message on Instagram if you want to be a part of it. I'll probably need your emails again. Most of you guys I have. But and you have to pick one of the Handmade by Robots as your team name. So you would put like Brandy, Ralphie, whatever you want your little thing to be, your cute little nickname at the end. Or, Caitlin and Ghostface this, or whatever you want to call it. But you got to pick a Handmade by Robot figure as part of your team name. And so I think it starts Thursday night. Selection night is tonight. So I think the first games are Thursday, right? I think so. Sorry, I'm getting phlegmy from eating cheese.
I do not watch basketball.
Well, it's easy to pick because they have the rankings or like the seeding already next to the team name. So you you can just pick the highest ranking if you want, or like your alma mater, or
Or
whatever.
some people go by like the jersey colors or whatever they want to do. But basically, I'm going to go through the CBS one. I'll set it up so that it's the Bot Madness brackets, and then if you're interested in entering, so Nick and Nessa, we're going to work that out. But I've already committed to 2, and I might do a third one if we get enough people in playing. And so it's super easy. All the teams will be there. All you got to do is click on which one you want to win. There will be different point values throughout the round. So if you do really bad the first round, that doesn't mean you can't catch up in the second, third, or even fourth round. Obviously, it'll be fun to watch Bracket Busters. And then every Tuesday on the regular Geek Meets Eats show, I will give you guys an update on the standings of how the tournament is going. Sound cool?
Yeah, you're going to make us into sporty people.
Well, just for this,
she can't make me into a sports person. I don't care how much she tries.
Me either.
Well, you used to watch it when Indiana was playing.
When we lived in North Carolina, and we would play North Carolina because it used to
They
drive
were in the championship.
They used to drive them crazy.
If I can sit through my dad watching golf, I think I can try basketball.
You don't actually have to watch anything. You just got to pick names.
True.
So
But
should
you
we
know,
have another get together to see, like maybe next week, and we can check on your knitting progress? Because at some point, and I don't expect anybody to finish their scarf right away, except for Marlene. You have to cast off, which is when you're done, you have to cast the stitches off, kind of like finish them. So that's something I want to teach you guys too. But
okay.
And then of course we can get Bob on there and get him going.
Okay.
He gets reliable internet.
I know, he was so excited. Like, this is all he's been talking about.
Well, he started having issues last night on our live. He kept freezing up, and then he had to restart, and then it was spinning on him. So yeah, it started yesterday.
But he still killed that song.
Yeah, he did. He did.
Yeah. You guys keep trying to get me on there in karaoke. I keep telling you that I need to drink first.
I'm done. What's your excuse?
Do you have a dry county?
Ooh, I can tell you something top secret, but maybe I shouldn't.
You ever tell them what song you did karaoke?
I've done Electric Avenue.
What is it?
What else did I do?
Great Balls of Fire.
I did Great Balls of. Was I drunk?
No, you were old enough to be drunk. You and your brother saying, "Goodness gracious,
Great Balls of Fire."
Oh, see,
I remember doing Electric Avenue, and that was in Godfather's Pizza in North Carolina. I keep telling you, I'll do Rob Bass.
I think you should come to. Everybody should come over and have fun and just do it.
I'll come over again in July.
July is that's too far away, Caitlin. So,
well,
I mean,
Bob
I've got you written
requested
down.
Christmas song.
How does anybody beat you and Nazarene though? Because you guys sing amazing.
But it's
Mary, I think I'm on my fourth row.
Let me see.
Why am I frozen? All right, there we go.
Not bad. Okay, you're totally getting the hang of it. You guys are doing good. Everybody's doing good. I'm very impressed.
I sent you a picture on Instagram if that's you.
Tats?
I tried.
You sent me another one.
No, I tried to send it to Mary directly, but I don't know if it worked.
Let me look.
Nazarene, it depends on the mood I'm in. But I wouldn't bet on it.
Oh, Caitlin.
I don't have anything. Oh wait. Hold please.
Gonna rock down to Electric Avenue.
I know. It gets stuck in your head, doesn't it?
Yep. Thank you, Brandy.
Oh, we're lucky when we have Kendall here. It's Baby Shark or the hot dog dance.
Oh,
Talk about
yeah.
getting stuck.
I've been getting what's been getting stuck in my head lately is the unbirthday song from John's from the teacup part.
Yep.
Oh my goodness,
Oh my
that
god, yeah.
and his Up in Smoke song and the Handmade by Robot song. Just
I
like
sang the Up and
The
Spoke
robot
song.
song's honestly what's getting into my head.
Yeah.
Mr. Roboto.
I legit sent him a recording of me singing it tonight because I am obsessed with his version.
He said that you sent him a recording of you singing "Bad Reputation" when he used it. Too.
Yes,
I love that song.
I love that song too. And also, if I didn't send it to you, Mary, some random Mary got a
sent it to
photo
me.
of me.
You did, and I followed you.
Oh, okay. Oh, thank you.
I hardly ever post on Instagram, my personal account, but I do follow everybody. I like to go hang out there too.
Okay, let's see.
Really?
Yeah. And
What are you reeling about?
Oh, somebody sent me. Oh, look. Oh. So my first version of a YouTube channel, Average Will, is on right now, and he's wearing that shirt. I don't even know where mine is. That's the weirdest part. I had my Collector TV one on yesterday. Domo Origato. Dang it! Now that's in my head.
It's just playing over and over in my head. I'm me like packing later and just singing it out loud like an idiot.
When do you actually leave Florida?
In 9 days.
Wow.
It's getting there. And so my dad just got here today. My sister's getting here tomorrow. We're gonna all hang out together for a day, and then I'm gonna move across the country.
And you're the one with the cat that hates car rides?
Yes.
Yep.
That'll be fun.
Good luck.
Oh, I tried putting, because I just got a new little soft crate for her again. I tried putting her in it today just to see how she did. It didn't go well.
Is it like what? I forget what is that, Ace Ventura or whatever? He's walking around with that cat crate and he's shaking it all around.
Yep, pretty much. So, actually, I have two cats I'm taking with me, and one of them I had to bring to the vet a couple days ago, and trying to catch him to put him in the crate, nearly impossible. And he's like 15 pounds, so he turns or moves or anything, he'll throw himself on the ground, and it's like cat wrestling. It's great.
So you know the yarn I recommended for the dish towels, the I can't remember what is it, Lily Sugar and Cream. This is actually hat I made out of the dish towel cloth or material, and this is that ribbing I was telling you about. So this is a 2x4 ribbing. So this is the knitting area. These are those upright V stitches, and then the middle section here. God, I can't do this backwards. Those are the purl stitches you see.
Oh, so cozy.
Purl, and then this entire hat is knitted garter stitch. But
the rest of the hat's the garter stitch.
Yep. And this one I actually made flat, and then I sewed it together. So normally I would do it in the circular, but for some reason I didn't do it on this one.
Is there such thing as finger knitting? Because
Yes.
why do I keep finding myself using my one hand more than the one needle?
There is something called arm knitting. So you actually use your arms as the needles, and you can make these. And the yarn is like this big around, and you can make like big rugs and stuff. But I don't know.
I think I've seen people do that before.
I think I'm being quiet because I'm actually kind of gotten a rhythm now.
You can make me smaller, please.
Why? You don't like being big screen?
No, I don't.
With your awesome hat, because it actually is amazing.
So how long does it take you to like knit like the little hamburger that you made me?
An hour.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah, because it's so tiny, and it's got and you do use tiny needles. The needles you use, like look at this is actually not even as small. This is the needle I would use on that is even smaller than that. It's
Wow.
That's insane.
She's really just showing off her nails.
yeah. So this is
I don't blame her.
This is actually the size needle. And I use this to unlock a door, but so they would be straight. This is actually so they're tiny. They're just these tiny little.
So is that how you get like the fine detail and stuff? Like,
Yeah, you use that really thin yarn. So if you remember that yarn chart, I would use like a 0 or 1 weight, which is like the tiny yarn. And then, but it's like you're only knitting like 32 stitches for the top of the hamburger bun. So it's not, I mean, you guys would have all finished one by now.
nope, because I started off with 20 stitches. Now I have 28. I have no idea how that happened.
Well, that happens. That happens.
Oh shoot! I never counted.
Me neither.
I'm just going in a line.
I'm
Okay, then I want to see where you're at. Show me.
I sent one to
Mine's
you,
got
Brandy,
growth
too.
at this end. I was doing good, but mine's got a growth now on this end.
That's okay. That's okay.
I've restarted like 5 times.
Oh yeah.
I restarted and I changed my size needles, and now I went from an 8 to a 6.
Yeah.
And I feel like I'm doing better with a 6.
Okay. That looks good too. That looks like a good cast on. It's just practice. I mean, it's just, it's just doing it over and over again.
I'll not wear my scarf into Joanne's when I go in. and that's a twice weekly occurrence, so I'll have to leave it in the car.
Well, here's my thing: is you have tons and tons of. So, Mary, my mom is like you with your yarn and knitting stuff with that she is with fleece. So there's like probably 60 different pieces of fleece in this house, but then she has to go buy more because this didn't fit this animal.
Well, it's like I have a dog named Rose to make a blanket for. I got yesterday. Don't you think she deserves a blanket with a rose on it?
Yes. I love the blanket you made for, I think it was Caitlin, was it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was really cool. That DC Comics, I think it was. Fleece.
Yeah, and then the pride on the other side. I love
really
it.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah, see, the nice part about that is there's no skill involved. You just cut slices and tie.
Yep. Still time consuming though. I've made those before like that.
All right, guys, I'll be right back.
Okay, once you're done the line, what do you do?
Yes, nice one. I'll teach you how to do this when we meet up, but it may take me a year or 2 to figure it out. So,
when you have Sad Bones, check it out. So you're like here, right?
Yeah,
so,
I'm right at the beginning.
Okay. Now you take
back.
The needle that you had and you flip it around this way.
Okay.
So the one with all the yarn on it is in your left hand, and then this is your working needle in your right hand, and you start by knitting that first stitch. And you're going to knit everything off of the left stitch to the right, or left hand side to the right hand needle.
Okay, so that first stitch I have to figure out again, but I think I can do it.
You want a pizza taste? Do you want pizza taste?
Is that the onion one?
Oh no.
Yes.
And I do it from the long one, right? Not from the other.
You do it from the ball of yarn.
Good.
Okay, the ball.
Right. How about a piece of cracker? Come here.
I might be getting overconfident in this that I think that I could actually like sit and watch a movie and not pay attention to what I'm doing.
I like it. I was telling Michael, I've been on a French dip kick all week. I swear to God, it's all I've eaten because I got some really good roast beef. So that's like, I had a French dip for breakfast this morning. Thank you very much. So I am.
There's nothing wrong with that.
That sounds good to me.
Well, you're my kind of person. I
That
hate
sounds amazing.
breakfast.
I want a French dip.
I know.
Every time you bring it up, I'm like, God damn.
Okay, I think I got the knot. So then what do I do? Sorry.
I think my favorite breakfast we had was in Hawaii. That Portuguese sausage with
Me
the
too.
eggs and the rice.
And rice. Really good sticky rice.
And of all places, it was at Jack in the Box. Oh, incoming animals. Hi, herd.
Where's Pauline?
Careful.
Brandy, where's your dad?
My dad is coming down the stairs. The boys were upstairs.
Why is he not knitting with us?
Why is my dad not? Dad, Mary wants to know why you're not knitting with us.
I want to crochet.
Liar.
Little booties and
He actually had sad face when I told him what we were doing, and I didn't get him stuff to knit.
Come on.
Aw.
Get on. Come here.
There's plenty of stuff here.
I know, but I didn't buy him yarn.
Lizzie, leave him alone. Get in here.
Come on, Liz.
Bye.
Bye.
It's like herding cats with their only the three dogs.
They're double dogs.
I'm starting over for a 6th time now.
Oh no.
I'm cool with it though.
I should
I'm
go
gonna
get
keep at this
my
all
very
night until I
first
get it.
hat I made, so you guys can feel better about your knitting. But I don't even know. It's upstairs somewhere.
You want me to go grab my first resin piece? I know where it's at.
Do it.
Your first what?
She's gonna grab. I was saying how my first knitted cap and scarf I have somewhere, and it is way worse than anything you guys are doing.
But you must have done well enough that you didn't give up.
No, yeah, I really enjoyed. Yeah, I was very proud of my hat and my
I
scarf.
love this side. It's all nice and straight. And then this side over here has this lump on it.
All I know is now I didn't go up any more stitches. I'm still at 28.
That's good.
That's good.
Brandy, put me big screen for just a second.
Yes, dear.
Okay. This is my first resin piece that I ever made.
Oh my god! It's
Look
so
how many
freaking
air
cute.
bubbles is in this.
It looks cute though.
It looks so cute.
It looks cute because of the sticker, but so many air bubbles. And the colorant I used is food coloring, so it's starting to yellow around the edges.
See, you've learned so much since the beginning.
How do you
There
get
you
the
go.
bubbles out? What do you do to?
So when you're stirring the resin, they build up when you're stirring, and it's good to just let it sit for like 2-3 minutes, and then when you pour it, you let it sit for another minute, and then you take a torch, like a barbecue lighter, and get rid of all the rest of the bubbles.
Oh, okay.
Heating it up.
I want to learn how to make knives. I'm so hooked on Forged in Fire. I've been watching that for years.
Oh,
and
I
years.
love
I
it.
love Forged
Oh
in
my
Fire.
gosh, me too.
I want to figure that out. Can you imagine us doing a knife making?
Yeah, let's not.
Let's all learn how to be a blacksmith, okay? Live
I
on
was
stream.
afraid I'd stab myself with these knitting needles. I don't need to make a knife.
That can be fun. We should do that.
Or you can make a shield.
I have a friend who's a blacksmith. We can do that.
There's a lot of classes up here you can take where you learn how to make a knife. You know, you get in a group of 6. Well, we can do it, and we grab your girlfriend Carla if she wants to do it. We can do it.
Yeah, okay.
Blacksmith store here in
Oh yeah, they do. They have a because we have a lot of historic homes in Romeo,
Yeah.
and so they have a blacksmith's like that he opens up the shop, and you can go and actually watch what he does.
That's so cool. We got nothing like that here.
I've always wanted to go to one of those like Renaissance fairs where like they have people doing that live.
We have those
and you
here
can,
too.
like, have something made.
No way.
I love because glass blowing is a thing, and then the other thing, and my mom's taking classes, and we have a ton of pieces. Actually, I have pieces in my own house of my mom's thrown pottery. But there's a guy who just recently went viral on Instagram, and he does such a nice job. And I've been watching him do throwing, but that's something I'd love to learn to do too. Is throw pottery.
Mine's tornado wear though. If it was sitting on a table and the tornado came along, it'd still be sitting on the table.
I would love to learn how to blow glass. That's amazing. I love custom glass work. Is for
It's
more
insane.
reasons than one. I love.
Jamie Albers,
Who?
the bee lady in Alma, she was doing glass blowing the other night. She had a kit where I can try and find out. She had a kit and she used the flame from like a what is it when your dad would use a flame. But anyhow, she was blowing gauze. Yeah, from a torch, but it was stationary.
So like the heaters in the garage that had like the jet thing coming out of it?
No,
No
not like
way.
that.
That sounds like kind of like a lighter, but almost like I know that they have them for chefs. They use them to like make a creme brulees.
Right.
Look,
Is
Mary.
that what you're sort of talking about? A torch like that?
Yeah, they do that at Disney Springs. Like when you're walking into some of the glass places, they'll have
Okay.
somebody there making the glass pieces, and you can watch them make it. They've got like a blowtorch type device that they use. Pretty
Disney
cool.
is a dream of mine. I've never been and always
Well, I'll
wanted to
find
go.
out where she got all that stuff, and I'll pass it on to Brandy.
Okay, that's
So
wonderful.
I saw
Thanks,
Keith
Mama.
was coming. So Tom Brady's back. I just looked it up. He's coming back to Tampa Bay.
Well, that didn't last long.
Of course.
Wait, what? Brady's back?
Brady's
Yep,
back.
he unretired.
Brady.
Well, that's
Brady,
disappointing.
Brady.
You
I need
guys
to
hate
drink
this
more now.
person so much.
He's a cheater. I just don't like it.
The entire craft chat that one day just popped off with every other person in there hating his guts, and I'm sitting there like, I know the name. I know the name.
People only hate him because they're jealous.
There were so many things I could say right now.
That cool.
I know Brandy's
Wonderful.
reason for hating him.
Well,
Sorry.
I'm gonna never. Never mind.
So I want to see where everybody's at. I got to go feed my dogs here pretty quick, but I want to see where everybody's at. I want to get a.
I'm at the very beginning still, so
Hold up.
don't even worry.
Yeah, even if Mary and Ghoul have to go, if you guys want to hang out, we can hang out, or we can end the show. It doesn't really matter.
Brandy, good.
I've got that.
So make sure to send them all the links to that. Look at that, Jenny.
Yep.
Very nice.
Oh, Jen.
You definitely got the right yarn.
Where's your invisible knitting? What is happening?
Oh no.
No, I'm selling
Check it
things.
out.
I didn't want to keep going while we're talking because I know I'm going to keep messing up.
I think that might be my problem too.
Jenny, did you knit before, or did you really just pick it up that quick?
I've never knit before.
Are you going to join, Jenny? Go join Ravelry tonight.
Okay. If somebody could send me the link in the chat, in our like Instagram chat,
I will do
definitely
it
go
right
that.
now. I'm going to do it in the. I'm going to do it in the chat here.
Awesome.
I'm doing it right now.
And then my username there is. I don't even know what it is. Let me look. I think it's Nice Barn.
You do have a nice barn, though. I'm seeing it.
It's okay. Gutters need some work, but yes, Nice Barn is my profile.
All right. You guys ready to get... Can you see that? Yeah, you guys can see it. All right. Okay, who's going to win Stitch?
Hopefully me.
Not me. I don't need it.
Cats!
Cats.
Yay!
Congratulations.
Congrats.
I have your address, so I will get that out to you. Is Tat still here? All right, let me take that. Control.
Wasn't it Tats that you sent it to, Jenny, that the mail started playing hot potato with it?
It still hasn't sent. We sent it back like a month or two ago, and it keeps like it goes to what is it? It goes across the country, and then it comes back to Florida, and then it goes across the country, and then it comes back to Florida. I don't know what the heck is going on.
The one that I sent Umpty, it went back between Ohio and Pennsylvania like 3 times.
Oh, jeez.
I just sent a blanket, and the lady gave us her address as 222. Her real address was 221.
Oh no.
The post office could not walk it next door or across the street or
Across the
whatever.
street, yeah.
Is Tat still here?
Yep, that happens.
I haven't seen Tat. You had to be here. Is Tat still here? Yeah, okay, there he is.
There he is.
Good work.
All right, let me take that down. So that's Tat's second. Tats, how many do you have now? Just that one, the one that I already sent you, and then this one that's coming? Because I forget which one you won the last time.
is Tats's actual name?
Tats.
We have no idea. He's one of the few that we don't have a name to put with.
Okay, Tats it is.
Okay.
I see that Gonzaga's the number 1 seed, so I'm going to be foolish and pick them to win the whole thing because they're from my state.
All right. So I'm supposed to tell you guys the teaser. The vote was 13-7 or 7-13
Oh no.
for the 17 days.
It was a hard one today.
The
It
vote
was
is
hard.
what?
It's either 13-7 or 7-13.
It's the clock tower. It's got to be.
That's a lot closer, though. I mean, it's been a blowout.
I put
the past couple
Spidey.
times.
I voted for Spider-Man 2. I had to.
Oh,
Just because of the meme.
I voted Doc.
And also, according to Allie, Michael and I were the two who voted for the thing the first day, the zombie thing. We were the
You and
only-
who?
You're
The
the only
zombie
only
thing
two?
on the first day.
Yeah, you and who, though?
Michael.
Oh.
Me.
Do you guys not like Back to the Futures? It's
I
okay.
love Back to the Future is my favorite movie franchise on the planet.
Right?
I
I've
like
seen
it.
it. I've seen the first one time.
John, can I say that?
My favorite one is the second one, I think, probably.
Brandy made me watch it. I do like it. I like the third one the best. But
It was the best one.
I grew up with Fantastic Four. That was my first Marvel thing, really. Well, okay, Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends was my first Marvel thing. But Fantastic Four was the first thing I was ever, like, really into,
That's
superhero-wise. Meanwhile,
well,
I'm
also-
a DC person, but...
I think a lot
Yeah,
of
I'm
it
a
depends on
DC.
age too, because I've noticed like a lot of the people voting for like the older things are obviously like older because it's what they grew up with.
Yeah.
But I'm 29, so like Spider-Man's more.
Yeah,
my,
yeah, you're young.
I'm 28.
I'm 27. Am I the baby?
Probably.
Good.
You guys want to
yeah.
guess?
Actually, I'm
Really?
still 26. My birthday's at the end of the month, but
Okay, guess which Handmade by Robots won?
oh,
Which one was it today?
It was
Batman and
Ghostface.
Ghostface?
Ghostface versus Batman.
I'd say Ghostface.
Ghostface.
my vote was Batman.
I went for Batman. I don't know.
You ready?
Yes.
Batman!
Yeah.
Interesting.
No,
You're
what's
wrong.
going to be really, really
Ghostface is
interesting
amazing.
is if the finale shows up that it's Joker versus Batman. How sweet is that going to be?
Oh, that would be cool.
Oh, that would be like ironically amazing.
I predicted Scooby versus Ghostface, but clearly my bracket's busted again.
It seems to me that Scooby and Batman are two of the most popular ones, and Ghostface. Those three are the most popular ones, like across the board. Like not just talking about John's thing, but that's the one everyone's buying.
I've had Ghostface for so long, like a year in different varieties. It's definitely the number one selling figure, but Batman is real close behind it, and so is Scooby Doo. You're right; those are all, like as far as big retailers picking it up and all that. Yes, are you hungry? This is the. Are you? Yeah, I know you're like.
That's the
My
food
favorite-
alarm.
My favorite figure is the Flash so far, just to let you
hi,
know. The one that I
hi.
own, that's my favorite.
Hi, Pop-Tart. You know what he's
I love
saying?
the
Your
eyes
mom?
and
It's dinner.
the logo.
Nug.
You're a good little boy, huh? You're a good little boy.
He's so cute. What kind of dog is he?
A Vizsla.
So it's what is it together?
No, that's the actual breed. That's
Is it?
that's a AKC breed.
Oh, Visa.
Vizsla, yeah. They're known as Velcro dogs, and this one's incredibly Velcro-ish. What are you doing? You ready for dinner?
Yeah. Are you ready for dinner too?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nazarene, do you not know what Ghostface is? Because I'm not into horror.
Oh
I know
lordy!
that.
Hang on, I've got the whole website up.
You know that thing that Eric keeps popping up on the karaoke thing? It's that.
We'll just educate right now.
12.
There you go.
There's Ghostface.
I love. I
It's
really
a
do love
party, baby.
This 4-pack is great. Aren't these cute? This is what I told you. You got to get the kids for Easter.
I want to get. We'll have to film.
Mouse. Yeah, for Mary, so she can see the little one open it.
I think the little ghost face eggs are so cute because of the robe detail down at the bottom, right? Where the little, I'm just showing off my nails again. I really don't care. And then, and it's got this little detail at the top of the hood, which is really fun. And then
I
the
do like
little,
the purple.
Well, it's like even with Batman.
I like the knife
got little
tucked in.
ears.
yeah, tucked in his little belt. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you got the Batman with his little ears.
Yep.
And there's even stitches in the actual little Batman logo. You see that?
Yep.
The details are the thing that got me hooked.
Yeah, they're stinking cute.
Maybe we'll do one once we get the hang of knit stitch. We can knit little eggs.
Yeah,
that would be awesome.
Yes,
That'd be
let's do
cute.
that.
I'm already stressed just thinking about it.
That would be fun.
It doesn't have to be a 2-hour live.
Oh, well, by that point, I'll be there.
That's true. Then you can just go hang out with Mary, and you guys can all be in the same room.
Maybe in my off time, I'd be able to actually get it, and then be able to join.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for too.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I get the hang of it, but I just keep messing up a little bit, so I'm just gonna do this tonight.
Yeah, just play around with it, and then
That's what I'm gonna do.
Well, look how cute these little eggs are, and they're like literally like 2 inches tall. And they're super
Those
easy.
are adorable.
Oh, those are darling.
Oh.
All right, you guys got any more questions for Mary? We'll let her go feed her dogs, and Mom.
I have one more before the night ends.
Sure.
Have you ever thought about the possibility of doing any type of like blind box item, like mystery items?
Yes. So at my old company that I had, we did a lot of blind box stuff, and we just didn't do as good with it as I thought. We're trying to figure out a form factor, but when I watch all those videos of people opening up the soda cans, and just it's like gambling. I love it.
It's
like
fun. It's addictive.
So exciting. It's like when he wins and wins. See, it's like when. So yeah, I'm trying to figure out what to do. So Michael and I have talked about it. Talked about it to the artist team. We're trying to figure out. I mean, what would you? I don't know. What do you give me some ideas?
Do
If
the
you got,
micro ones.
Yeah, I was gonna say like a micro, and then if you got an example could be like, this is not a great because you already have the Scooby-Doo ones, but like the gang, right? And then you could do like different variants of them being special, and then you don't know which ones you're gonna get, right?
How would you package them though? I mean, I know that in a poly bag or or in a bag that was, one of those we used, like the chrome bags where you can't see through them or whatever. And then would you put it in a box or
just put it in a box, but make it like a generic, like micro handmade by robots box, just without the window, without the clear portion on it.
Yeah,
yeah, that'd be kind of cute.
Or like they sometimes they'll black out that clear window, so you can do something like that too. So it's
Yeah, the only real issue is like doing it where retailers won't get mad that people keep opening them. So like finding a way to keep them closed like that.
Yeah.
You want me to share that, Mary, or are you just looking?
No, this is something we did for Valve back in the day. Yeah, you can share it. So it was Blind Box Plush.
Oh, those are amazing.
Yeah, they were amazing. They're a giant pain in the ass. But and, super detailed, super tiny, and then they came in a box. And then had on the side of the box listed, what was the chase ones and all that.
Okay, what about you've seen me open those mini brand balls. What if you did like the eggs within a bigger egg and then shrink wrap it?
Ooh, that's an idea. Kind of like the Pocket Pockets, but in an egg shape.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like that.
I was sort of also thinking the way that on John's show he's opening up those crankies.
Yeah,
like if you got like a really generic like art print on the front of like a nice box or something, and then you could like have like variants or whatever, however you want to do it. I think people would buy it.
So it's interesting on John's show how he's destroying the box each time, and it pains him every time because how do you reuse the box if you have to rip it open? So I would definitely want to do something where you could put it back together again, kind of like you can put those soda cans back together. Interesting.
I like the egg on egg.
This sounds like a very long call.
I like
after
the egg.
this.
Right? Michael's going to be like, she talked to me for 4 hours about this idea.
Well, because you can even do a bigger, because you've already got the egg concept and everything. You could even do them in a bigger size if you wanted to do like a bigger size mystery one with a full size figure in it. Just do a bigger size egg.
You saying that made me think of like the Russian nesting dolls or whatever
Exactly.
they are.
Yeah.
You could do that like with the.
This caramelized onion cheese is so good.
It is good.
Yeah, we're going to have to think on that, Michael. I know Michael's going to Teams me at like 3 a.m. I thought of something. Here's a picture.
I still have like lists of down the road ideas. Someone actually mentioned chases in the comments. We've also discussed doing that.
Yep.
Yeah, you could do metallic faces or glow in the dark faces.
But you know what? If I can make a suggestion, and obviously I don't know anything about it, but
I'm about to make a
I think
suggestion
the
too,
thing
so
about
go.
chases when Funko first started was they were like 1 in 20, and now they're 1 in 6.
They were 1 in 32 actually.
Or 1 in 32. Okay, thanks, Caitlin. So it was harder to get it. I don't know if that makes it harder on you guys because it's a smaller run of what that special piece would be, and so it's more expensive than going 1 to 6. But I think making it harder to get is what makes people because everybody that collects Funkos that's on this screen or in this chat, that's the fuel, especially with the sodas. You have no idea what's in that can. And it's that thrill of that hunt for
Opening.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've had this conversation many times.
I will personally say I don't have a lot of chases in my I don't like the sodas as much. But I don't have a lot of chases in my collection, and sometimes I prefer it that way because it takes less stress off of me. Like I don't have to think like I'm going out and finding the chase necessarily. But
so we are doing some upcoming figures that are going to be very limited runs. So, so that'll be fun. Those will only be available through the HMBR site. And then if we got a couple, we're going to go be at New York City Comic Con, we'll be at Emerald City Comic Con, and we'll be at MegaCon in Orlando. Those are the 3 shows. And then I've actually talked to John about maybe figuring out some shows down in his area, and he can be our little surrogate show guy down there.
Yeah, plus I'm sure it's like in Washington we'll probably do some of like those smaller little markets and stuff. I'm assuming I'll probably be doing that.
Niagara Falls does a Comic Con. I don't know if you know that, but at least here in Canada.
another idea with the packaging for the blind bags, I know some companies have done this where they make a very unique shape, and for you guys it could be like the little robot head, like a plastic hollow robot head or something, and maybe make it so that it has something attached to the head where you can like place them on there, like have a little stand for your micro figure or whatever.
Right.
Because
I like the idea of having it be a robot, you can do a robot head that the top, maybe it's cello wrapped in the top of his head, because like a robot.
Yeah, like the little beanie you guys got on it. Maybe you guys like unscrew it or something.
Yeah, and then the figures in there. I think that's really cute.
There's a whole lot of things you could play around with when it comes to stuff like that.
The robot 283362, underneath his beanie, there's a surprise.
Awesome.
Ooh.
That's a good idea.
How long is Ma Lane's hat now, or scarf? I want to see.
Scarf, sure. How long it is?
Okay, just
She's
one
got
second.
3 more stitches to do, and then she'll be done with a row. About 6 times longer than mine. And she's getting all fancy because she's knitting and purling too.
No, I'm not.
Well, why is it 2 different ways? You're doing something. See?
Oh, there's my lump.
Oh yeah, look at that.
There you go.
Very nice. Very impressive.
All right, Jenny, now show yours.
Mine?
But now I have my lump.
Yours is the next best, I think. Yep.
Nope.
Very nice. Looking good.
I'm just gonna send this to Jenny.
That's what are you gonna pull a Mama J and you're gonna say,
Yes.
I'm finishing it, but
I think we
send it to
should all
Jenny.
be allowed one of those. Just send it to
Nice.
the other person. Finish.
I love this. Yeah.
All right, you guys, we got to let Mary go feed her dogs. And we've been on for 2 hours. Thank you, Mary and Michael, so very much.
Yes, thank you
Yes,
very
thank you.
much.
Yes.
I hope
thank
that
you.
you guys like knitting, and I hope you keep doing it. And I'm happy to answer any questions.
Awesome.
Thank you, Mary.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Thanks, Mary.
Thank you, Chat.
Bye.
And Tats, I have your address. I'll send out Stitch. All right, everybody, you have a great night.
Night,
Goodbye, goodbye.
everybody.
Bye,
Bye, guys.
Love y'all.